drama to go outside, to mix up in drama to free my mind. Jealous people around me, I need to change my life. I just turn colder every time I try. What would I do without you, my Georgie? I don't feel that way with anybody.
Hello guys, and welcome back to your girl's channel. So welcome to part 1 of my lace series. I'm going to be showing you how to bleach the knots on your lace frontal. So if you want to see exactly how it is that I do that, please keep on watching. First thing you're going to need is some BW2 bleaching powder. I got this from my local salads, and I only got the packet form because you don't need the whole tub. You're only going to be bleaching your frontal. So yeah, I didn't do any measuring with any spoons and whatnot, and I'm not wearing gloves because I know what I'm doing and I'm an OG. If you go right ahead, don't follow my steps, wear some gloves. And then I'm taking my 40 volume developer, and developer all depends on your level of expertise. If you're a beginner, I was just using a 20. If you're intermediate, 30, and if you've been doing this for a while like me, 40. So here I'm just going in, adding more powder and developer, making sure that consistency is like a peanut butter consistency, because if it runs off the brush, that is a little bit too watery for me, and that scares me because I feel like it's just gonna sink into, yeah, like right there, it's too runny for me. So I just added more powder and developer so it can be more of a peanut butter consistency. I want to make sure that this is not too thick and not too thin to where I can apply it on my closure and it won't seep into the closure, if that makes sense. Like right there, peanut butter consistency. It's not falling off the brush and it's not going to seep into the closure, I mean the frontal. So this is my frontal. It is 16 inches, and I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing here. I'm just taking a little bit of water on my hands and laying down the flyaways, the little baby hairs, so I won't bleach them in the process. And this is me applying the bleaching mixture, whatever, onto my frontal. As you can see, I'm being very gentle. You want to be as gentle as you would be if you were handling a baby. It's very hard to re-dye your frontal hairs if you bleach them too much, and as you can tell, I am struggling because this brush is not cutting it for me. So I went ahead and grabbed a spoon. Yes, a spoon. We use spoons to spread things in this household. I cannot tell you the last time we used a knife or a butter knife to spread anything like peanut butter or jam. We use spoons in this household. So that's what I'm using. That's what I'm comfortable with. If you're comfortable using a plastic knife, go ahead and use a plastic knife. But I used a spoon. And I'm going to shut up and let y'all enjoy this. LMAO, look at me. I'm being so frugal. I make sure I'm getting every last drippity drop of powder off of my brush. Anyways, I'm going to shut up, let y'all enjoy this. And then I'll be back when we get to the washing portion.
Sitting in the red zone. Oh, yeah, I'm on about 3%. So you hit me on your way home. Cause I don't wanna sleep alone again. Still waiting on your text though. Say you out with your friends and you know I'm still out in these ends. And I'm trying to relieve this tension. I was on tonight, yeah. I'm a dog trying to bone tonight, yeah. Trying to show you what I'm on tonight. Licky you, I bet I make you moan tonight, yeah. It's outrageous. How you not taking this outrageous? Yeah, it'd be a shame if my phone died, cause it's running out of juice like patience. I would call you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 too many times, but I don't wanna cross
As you can see, this is what the knots look like before the bleaching has taken place. You can see tiny little black dots everywhere. So I went ahead and set a 20-minute timer if you're using a 20 developer at 10 minutes, if you're using a 30 developer at 5 minutes. So in total of me applying the bleach and waiting was a total of about 27 minutes. So this is what it looks like after. You can clearly see the before and after. The before is on the left, the after is on the right. You can't see any black dots. Well, you can see some, but there's not a lot on the right side, the after portion. So I went ahead and rinsed the bleaching out of the hair. You don't have to rinse the hair in a downwards motion or whatever. It doesn't really matter because when the water hits the bleach, it stops the processing. So you don't have to worry about the bleaching the rest of the hair. Now let's make sure I wash all of my bundles in cold water. I feel like hot water strips it. Next, I'm going to be using my Shimmer light. This is just going to get rid of all of the brassiness, all of the yellow tones that are left over in the frontal, and I'm going to be rubbing this in vigorously, and then I'm going to leave it in for 5 minutes, rinse it out, and then I'm going to show you the after. So I didn't condition the hair at this point because at the very end when I make my wig, I'm going to condition the entire unit. So I'm just going to shampoo it and then leave the conditioning for later. So this is what the closure looks like, or what it's supposed to look like. You can see my finger and you can see through the lace completely. There are a little bit of tiny black dots still in there, but it's not a lot, and you can cover that easily with foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this wig making series, and I'm going to see you in part 2.
Phone sitting in the red zone. Oh, yeah, I'm on about 3%. So you hit me on your way home.